Committee was set up between the government and the labor. And as soon as the government got an ex-party order to tie the hands of workers, don't go on strike, unfortunately, the government went on strike. Now the government will have to go back to the drawing table so that with labor and other progressive forces, the government can examine the running of the economy. There's no way Nigeria can go with the implementation, religious implementation of neoliberal policy. We tried them before. When we had the structural adjustment program, the country became poorer, poverty increased, and we shouldn't go that route in the interest of our country. So if the government wants to address this problem, of course, Nigerians will have no choice but to be patient. But as long as the government is treading the dangerous path fashioned out by IMF and World Bank, we ain't going to recover. We ain't going to get it right. So these are the issues. Allowed to dictate to the government on how to run the economy, we ain't going to get it right. So the government will have to put an end to dollarization of the economy, which leads to devaluation of the currency. The legal tender in it are the notes, currency notes issued by the central bank by virtue of Section 20 of the Central Bank Act. Section 16 does not permit the central bank to float the naira. Section 16 has imposed a duty on the central bank to fix and determine the rate of the currency vis-a-vis other currencies, and not to say market forces will determine the exchange rate of the naira vis-a-vis other currencies. So if the government is prepared to comply with the rule of law, enforce the provisions of the Central Bank Act, allow our country to control its economy, and not hand over the economy to IMF and World Bank, my sister, there can be no basis to allow some landlords to collect dollars in Nigeria's rents. There can be no basis to collect school fees in Nigeria in dollars. There can be no justification, right, for paying for certain services in dollars in our country. And we are challenging the government to trade with countries that are prepared to accept the naira as a medium of exchange. It's already going on among the BRICS. You know, there's an organization called the BRICS. So there is a new international economic order, and Nigeria must be part of that struggle to challenge the dominance of the dollar. Thank you. Thank you.
Like, this is a government, is an irresponsible government, like a directionless government that has shown a lackadaisical and completely irresponsible towards education, towards the economy and people. This is a directionless, clueless government. Now, we are actually here to protest the neoliberal policies of the Tinubu's government, like the first subsidy removal that has crippled the economy. It is a senseless policy implementation, like there is no justification for it, you know, and the increments in the university school fee, you know, this is completely senseless. This is an irresponsible government that is not committed to funding education. Like, this is a government that is hell-bent on shifting the responsibilities of the state to the Nigerian people, to the poor Nigerian people. This is the responsibility of the government to fund the university education as a case in point. You know, but this government has shown that it is totally irresponsible. Like it is just the government that is committed to imposing neoliberal attacks on the poor Nigerian masses. And that is why we are here to protest. If something is not done to alleviate the suffering of the Nigerian masses, the Nigerian masses will be tempted to come out en masse and revolt. That there's going to be a revolution pretty soon in Nigeria, and I'm pretty sure. We are totally totally against all the neoliberal attacks of the irresponsible Tinubu regime. That is why we are out as the Nigerian people. Thank you.
So sorry, what's your take about what decision being taken by NLC today?
About I think this is a welcome development at least. Actually, I wasn't expecting the NLC to come out and protest like this, but I'm a little bit impressed by the actions of the NLC because they have to resist the neoliberal attacks of the irresponsible Tinubu government. Like the Tinubu government is an anti-people government. Like it's a government that is dedicated to suffocating the Nigerian masses, and that is why we are out here to resist all the capitalist policies of the Tinubu's the Tinubu's government. Because this is a cancerous government, an irresponsible government that deserves to be beat out. So we are here to protect this first subsidy removal. There's no justification for that senseless policy. It is a policy that has crippled the Nigerian economy. But the Nigerian economy, most of the Nigerian economy, is made up of the informal sector and the case in. But the removal of the first subsidy has made it very difficult for small businesses to run. Because the Tinubu government has succeeded in crippling the economy, the informal sector of the economy at large. Right now the Nigerian masses are suffering. They are suffering and they can't breathe. They can't live. So that is why we are out here to protest against the copy and paste neoliberal policy, the IMF, World Bank recommendations, economic recommendations of the Tinubu government that is intellectually lazy, as implemented, as imposed on the Nigerian market. And that is why we are here. We are here to protest against the senseless. So we are here to protest against all the neoliberal attacks, all the salvos against the Nigerian masses.
Thank you.
Within 2-3 months of this government now, you can see they started with 500 and something. Now it's going to about 6 something. And from all indication now, from all indices that is on ground, it's most likely to rise to about 700 in a couple of days. And that is why we want the government to be proactive and feel the pains, the agony that Nigerians are passing through. We have really been patient. Nigeria have suffocated and they should not push on to the wall. That is why we are crying, we are pleading with them to come up with measures, policies that will ameliorate all these pains.
Okay, so sir, for those in the private sector, how exactly will they be carried along in the scheme of things?
Yeah, the private sector are represented through the TUC. The Trade Union Congress mostly cover the non-formal sector. We in the NLC cover majorly the formal sector. And all the organized private sector, they are in this struggle with us. You can see them there. You see the market women, the traders, the Uber riders, and all the people in the medium and small businesses. They are also joining this struggle because the purchasing power of Nigeria has reduced. People cannot really, survive. The income of an average worker cannot take them home. The so-called take-home pay cannot take them home. And that is why we are all united, that it is not about the working class. Those that are feeling the brunt of this policy are the people who don't even have work, who are in the informal sector. And we are in solidarity for them because the NLC is the mouthpiece, is the voice for the voiceless, and will remain so. That's why we are here, to talk to the government and present those demands.
So you are telling us now that for those persons that are working in the private sector, that the negotiation going on now, they also be carried along. So when those in the public sector, the 30,000 minimum wage that the workers, that the NLC is now asking that government should review, will those in the private sector also benefit?
Definitely, minimum wage is a statutory thing. In fact, presently, the next review will be 2024. It's every 5 years. But the prevailing economic situation of Nigeria today, the 30,000 minimum wage has expired. It has been eroded by the inflation. Look at the inflation rate, about 22.7%. Look at the consumer price index. The price of food, the price of transportation, everything has gone up. So therefore, the people in the private sector, the employers of labor in the private sector should say, as a matter of urgency, look into immediate palliatives to cushion the effect of this subsidy removal before the minimum wage will be reviewed. Because once minimum wage is reviewed by law, it is mandatory on all employers of labor, either in public or private, to key into it and implement. We are very mindful of some of the states that are even unable to pay the so-called 30,000 minimum wage. Labor we are building our searchlight on them. We are going to picket some of them. We are going to go into strike in some of those states to ensure that they comply with the law of Nigeria. Because the law says 30,000, but today, you all agree with me, a bag of rice is going for about 45,000 to 50,000. If you look at other consumables, it is out of reach of common man. So therefore, it is a collective struggle. It is a united thing that all of us, both people in government and people who are not in government, must come to terms with this reality. And we are very, very resolute, and we are pleading with the government to do the needful as a matter of urgency. They should give us timeline. The president has spoken very eloquently. We have seen some of the good plan they has, but what is the time frame of implementation? There must be time frame to any policy so that we can monitor implementation. So that is the situation of. I remain Comrade Ishola. I'm the chairman Ratau Lagos State Council, Radio, Television, Theatre and Networkers. I'm the chairman, and I double as the spokesperson for NSC Lagos. Thank you.